up? It's your boy Dance. What's up, y'all? I am back with another video reacting to Jack Frags again. He's got a new video game. I said he like it's his video game. It's not his video game. It's a new video game called Space Marine 2. He's got some gameplay footage for us. He always gets his hands on stuff earlier than most, so I had to check it out, of course. One other thing is I just saw some crazy stuff. Trump just got shot in the ear. It was extremely random. Hope everybody's okay in that situation. Not the shooter, of course. I may not be I don't really disclose my political parties or anything like that, but I would never wish death upon anybody or harm like that upon anybody as far as guns go. So yeah, hopefully they got that taken care of. That was crazy. I just randomly saw that footage on my phone right before I got to reacting to this video. That was wild. People are crazy out here, man. Y'all stay safe. Anyways, man, we're gonna react to this video and go from there. Let's get it.
Space Marine 2 dropped some brand new 4K ultra gameplay footage and it looks absolutely insane. The graphics, the amount of
Why he looked like he in one of the Fallout T30 or whatever the number is, T whatever in Fallout. One of the suits from the Brotherhood.
enemies on the screen. It looks like an actual next-gen game, which I don't think we've seen many of those this generation, but we're going to take a look at the new stuff today and talk about exactly what this game is, because there's a lot of hype for it, and based on the gameplay footage, it could turn out amazing.
It's giving Gears of War Brotherhood vibes from Fallout. Let's see what they're talking about.
So let's get stuck in then. This game, Space Marine 2, it's a highly anticipated sequel to the original game, which is obviously set in the Warhammer 40k universe. And believe it or not, I'm going to make you feel old, it's been over 10 years since that original game released, but the developers, Saber Interactive, were kind enough today to drop this 6-minute gameplay deep dive on the new game with a ton of new information in there on everything that you can expect when it releases in September this year. And it's got co-op as well as PvP, which I just did not expect.
Hey, yo, this looks good. Hold up, back it up. The graphics, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, and it's got co-op as well as PvP.
Tell me that didn't look real right here. That's crazy.
Which I just did not expect at all, so that's just double bonus. Anyway, so Space Marine 2, like its predecessor, third-person action shooter. There's a lot of melee in there too, of course, and you play as Lieutenant Demetrian Titus.
Yo, this comes out in September, he said. So this is giving Gears of War vibes for real, but and Gears of War was a beautiful game too, so they're trying to take it another step up with it. This is crazy. Gears of War with World War Z. Was it World War Z? I want to say it was World War Z. Vibes to it, because this is crazy. Look at the shells. Look at the shells. What?
And he's an ultramarine who is a genetically engineered and enhanced badass super soldier, also known as a Space Marine. Big fan favorite, and Titus was the protagonist from the original game, but since then he's been demoted to lieutenant, as I just mentioned. Now the sequel takes place a century after the events of the first game, but perhaps a little reminder of the first game's ending is in order. So one of the antagonists of the original game were the forces of chaos, and they were able to summon monsters that live in a parallel dimension known as the warp. Titus fought Chaos Lord Nemroth in the finale of that first game, defeating him. 1v1 me, bro, beat him. But in doing,
take my money. Take my money. Take it. Take it. Take it.
So he was exposed to this warp energy, and one of the Marines, Leandros, believed that he had been corrupted.
You know what's crazy? Gears is super bloody, super violent. You know, you just blow your body parts blowing apart, curb stomping, explode. They added the details to the curb stomping and the chainsaw grinding, because that is
and one of the Marines, Leandros, believed that he had been corrupted by this chaos. And that was based on his resistance to it. And he subsequently agreed to go with the Inquisitor Thrax to be investigated on charges of heresy, which of course he denied. Heretic. Fast forward 100 years and Titus has now rejoined the Ultramarines, but he he's still demoted, and he's got to prove himself once more, as there's still a lot of distrust amongst the other Space Marines. Since the previous game though, Titus has undergone something called the Rubicon Primaris, which is a process that transforms him from a firstborn Marine into a Primaris Space Marine, who are taller and stronger. He's been at the gym, bulked out of his mind basically. As you can expect though, he doesn't get an easy first gig, and he gets sent to the jungle world of Kadaku after it was invaded by the Tyranids. And the Tyranids are unlike any other intelligent species.
What is...
It was invaded by
creature.
the Tyranids, and the Tyranids are unlike any...
Look at that blade. Is that a wood plank blade? Like what? And look at the demon in general. This is crazy, bro.
Any other intelligent species encountered by humanity, and they're considered one of humanity's most
And there's so much detail in every scene they have cut to.
fearsome adversaries. They're the ultimate predators. Horrible, nasty little aliens. Can't trust them as far as you can throw them. Titus won't be alone though. He will be fighting alongside his battle brothers Chiron and Gadriel. If you choose to play the game on your own, then these two characters will be controlled by artificial intelligence. But there is also an option to play the whole campaign in co-op with 2 other friends. That's awesome. What's better though is that it's a seamless drop in and drop out co-op experience, and I can't help but think that co-op would be the best way to play through a game like this. In the past, many co-op campaigns I've played have been better with friends. Halo in particular comes to mind. What's seriously impressive about...
So they have couch co-op. Okay. Couch co-op and the online. Okay.
the Space Marine 2 gameplay they've shown so far is something that the developers are calling Swarm Tech. The devs put this together and it enables them to...
Well, he didn't necessarily confirm that, but it'd be nice to see couch co-op in a game for once.
Render hundreds of real enemies on screen at the same time, seemingly endless waves of different enemies all coming towards you as far as the eye can see without a drop in visual fidelity. If you've played some of Saber's games in the past, you might recognize this. This technology was originally developed for one of their other games, World War Z. You might remember that.
So it is a World War Z company, because that's the vibes the creatures gave me when they were running at them.
Back in 2019. As you would expect though, Space Marine 2 looks significantly better than that game, as it should, but it is in fact running on the same base engine, clearly upgraded for next gen, but aptly called the Swarm engine. Saber Interactive's creative director Oliver Hollis-Lake spoke highly of the engine and what it's enabled them to achieve with the gameplay. It looks stunning though, doesn't it? Just absolute chaos. During the campaign, you're going to be heading into the deep jungles of Kadaku, the huge planet-spanning metropolis of Avarax, and lots of other undisclosed locations, all of which look incredible that they've not really talked about. And after each successful mission, you'll return to the Battle Barge. It's like the hardcore version of the Battle Bus from Fortnite. And it's a flying fortress serving as the Ultramarines headquarters and a hub for the game's purposes. Here you can interact with onboard personnel and, more importantly, tailor your loadout for your next mission, and there's plenty to choose from.
It's low-key like the tower in Destiny.
Marine gives you the option to rid the world of the Tyranid Xenos however you choose, and there are plenty of weapons at your disposal, from close combat melee to longer range warfare. You might want to operate in close proximity to by using the iconic chainsword, a huge sword with chainsaw blades. This looks so cool, doesn't it? Or maybe the absurdly big thunderhammer is more of your speed. Or perhaps you could liquefy enemies with the melter rifle or burn them with the flamethrower. The choices are there depending on your playstyle, but one important thing to know is that performing a melee finisher on an enemy will replenish your armor and keep you in the fight for longer, so you're going to want a balanced loadout, especially with...
This looks so good to me. I'm all in. I'm all in.
How many enemies are going to be thrown at you. Kind of reminds me of the new Doom games. So the way it works is like this. Titus is protected by armor, but when his armor breaks, he's going to drop health permanently if he's attacked. And to replenish that health, you'll need to find medkits, a bit old school in that respect. And that's why keeping your armor full is important, and what better way than with a melee finisher. As I mentioned though, the campaign is just one part of the Space Marine 2 experience, especially if co-op is your thing. Operations, for example, is a replayable mode that you can jump into with 2 friends. In this mode, you can customize your Space Marine with ornate cosmetics and emblems, while also progressing through 6 specialist classes: Tactical, Assault, Vanguard, Bulwark, Sniper, and Heavy, all with unique looks, skills, and abilities. It looks like there's a lot of depth here. You may want to utilize the Sniper's Stealth Cloak or the Vanguard's Grapple Launcher, or maybe even the Bulwark's Chapter Banner and...
This is information graphic beauty gameplay overload.
Storm Shield combination. As the difficulty increases, you're going to need all of your squad working together to complete the mission. I don't think this is going to be a cakewalk. The more missions you complete, the more cosmetics you're going to unlock, both for your Space Marine and your weapons. More importantly though, you'll earn XP and armory data, and you can use these to get new class perks, of which there are up to 25. Bit of customization there, and also improve your weapons performance via the armory on the battle barge. Weapons have got different versions of them too that you can work towards, with Relic being the best. And then finally, you have the Eternal War, which is the versus or PvP mode. This sounds really cool. Gears of War vibes in my opinion, and it's a 6v6 mode that pits you against other human players. There are 3 modes so far that we know of. One of them is called Annihilation Deathmatch. That will probably be first to 100 kills, wins around, whatever. Siege Ground, that's a bit more strategic based on the description. And then Capture and Control.
I am so for this right now, bro. This looks crazy.
Cool. And just like in the operations mode, each match will allow you to earn XP and armory data to improve your arsenal. And you should expect the maps or arenas to be based on the locations that you visit during the campaign. Saber Interactive also confirmed that the game will receive new operation missions, new PvP maps, new enemies, and new weapons post-launch in regular free updates. Also, Chapter Heraldry will be released as part of the Season Pass with no microtransactions or in-game cash shop involving premium currency. So overall, I'm pretty excited for this. It looks dope. Space Marine 2 is attempting to give you a real sense of a violent, chaotic, galactic war. And the swarm technology, so impressive, and it's definitely making you feel like you're on the front lines. The game was
I don't want to overhype this, but my brain is overhyping this, okay? So we're just going to accept it for what it is right now, and I'm not going to say it's overhyped, but it's hype. We're on the hype train. Let's get it.
Originally set to release last
year.
Is
that a fucking hump? Like a tank?
Making you feel like you're on the front lines. The game was originally set to release...
Oh, it's a military truck with the tank.
Last year, 2023.
What they call them, the Amtraks? I don't remember.
But after a delay, it's coming out now 9th of September this year on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Hopefully that extra time has helped, because from the gameplay we've seen so far, it looks incredibly impressive. And that's all, folks. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a like. Thank you. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I have no other more comments on this. Just take my money. Let me know what you guys think about it. We're on the road to 3K subs. We'll be dropping videos probably every day for the next 2 weeks, starting on tomorrow on Sunday. Tonight we'll probably be dropping a short. You may not even see this video on the day of, but just know that it's July 13th, and we will probably be dropping a short or a first Ascended review. Not sure yet. Not sure what we're starting with, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I am super impressed, super excited. I enjoyed pretty much every year of Gears, so every time Gears is dropped, I've pretty much played it. I don't know if I've beat all of them, but I've 100% played all of them. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 3K, and let's get it. Let's go. We out of here. Peace.